Oh, hey everyone, welcome to the inaugural edition of Tennis Talk, a place where we can bring together and share information, recognise and celebrate the fabulous work our tennis community do for our sport, and generally chat about the current state of the game with the people who are at the front line. This is a first-hand look and an opportunity for all of us to learn, continue to develop and evolve as a sport, and we do that by hearing from the people at the source. There are stacks of good ideas out there and plenty of success stories to share, and we look forward to bringing you this segment on a regular basis. My opening chat today is with Tennis Queensland President Warwick Nicol. Warwick, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here, Mark.
Let's start with COVID-19. It's presented humanity with an extraordinary challenge and will change the world in which we live. At a grassroots level, what's your take on how the Queensland tennis community is faring during this crisis?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been a tough time for everyone, and the tennis community definitely has been part of that and felt all of the challenges that COVID has brought. The one promising thing I think as a sport we've been able to do well is come together in a time of sort of hardship. So, we've got a lot of professional, passionate coaches that drive a lot of the clubs out there across Queensland. And, I think that passion and their ability to, absorb the information that's coming out of government and apply it at a local level has meant that tennis has been able to get back on the court, a lot faster than most of the other sports that we're competing with. So, from that point of view, it's been tough. There's a tough road ahead. But there's some promising signs coming out of some of the numbers that we're starting to see with, Booker Court numbers up 165% for the month of May. And general feedback, out there is that court hire is going through the roof, and it's going through the roof with people that haven't been to the centre, before or haven't been for a while. So, that's a promising sign that tennis in the local areas can pick up maybe some new faces and hopefully get back to whatever our new normal looks like.
Yeah, and on that new normal, I suppose when we're on the other side of the crisis, the team have been doing a lot of work in building and establishing the new TQ strategy through to 2024. What are some of the big priorities?
Sure. Look, I think there's, the strategy is a pretty big document. There's a fair bit to it. For me, there's probably a few call outs that I think are really integral to the next few years. One of them being what we're calling that end-to-end alignment across, our TA strategy, the work that government are doing, the work that we're doing with government. And not only that, but filtered down to all of the regional assemblies and the work that's going to be done in building regional assembly strategies for all the local areas. To me, I think that's a real step in the right direction to make sure that, we look after local communities and that we really concentrate on what's important for local areas. Which takes me to the next point, which is thriving communities. To me, that is at the heart of this document, and that is the heart of what, as a sport, we want, to see driving forward. Thriving communities where tennis is ultimately the hub of seeing the growth. The one that I probably want to call out a little bit is that on this document or in this strategy, we're going to put 4 values to this document, and that is imagination, excellence, collaboration and humility. And to me, I think, those 4 terms or those 4 values to me are the backbone of what we are as an industry. And, I really hope as an industry we can make sure that they filter through in everything that we do, no matter what level it is, at a local level, even within the office. So, I think that's going to be a real clincher to make sure that this strategy rolls out as well as it can.
And on to you now. You've held the presidency now for almost 9 months. What have you been most proud of so far?
Yeah, interesting question. Look, for me, I'd say COVID was a pretty big test as a sport, and talking to other sports, other presidents, it's been really interesting to understand the position, not only that tennis in Queensland is in, but also Tennis Queensland as a company. And, I'm probably most proud of the fact that we'll come out of this in sound shape, and we'll have opportunities in front of us to move the sport forward, hence the strategy that we just talked about. So there'll be a lot of other sports that probably are not going to be in that same position. And to me, the strength of the group coming together through this time has probably been the call out in my 9 months. So, let's look, sky's the limit from here, and let's see what we can achieve over the next few years.
Great stuff. Well, everybody, that's it for now. Thanks for joining me today, Warwick. Much appreciated and very insightful. And to everyone out there, as always, feel free to contact the team at TQ if you need support or have an idea that might help drive our sport forward. We look forward to seeing you next time on Tennis Talks.